our meeting, and I would like to invite to the stage our Toastmaster of the day, Ekaterina Yarashova.
Thank you. Okay, hello, dear Toastmasters and guests. My name is Ekaterina Yarashova, and I'm your Toastmaster of the day today. Our topic is Humankind, how communication helped us survive as a species. How am I supposed to use it? Let me see. Okay, the inspiration for today's meeting comes from this particular book, The Humankind, A Hopeful History by Rutger Bregman. I read this book a few years ago. Have any of you guys read it? My huge recommendation, if you have lost any hope in humanity like I did a few years ago, this one will definitely bring it back to you. Bregman tells the story. The message of this book is that most people are intrinsically good and kind. That's why humankind. That's why it's called like this. And he gives plenty of examples to prove this point. One of them, which struck me probably the most, was the comparison of us, Homo sapiens, and these guys, the Neanderthals. Bregman asks, how come we survived and they died out? They, as you can see, they were stronger, smarter, they had bigger brain. They survived 2 ice ages, as you can see here, hunted mammoth and made tools, could make jewelry even. And how come we build museums while they are stuck behind the displays?
Sorry.
Yeah, while they are stuck behind the displays. The answer is simple. According to Bregman, we build bigger, wider nets, social nets, because apparently our skulls looked friendlier. I don't know if it's true, but it like Homo sapiens looked friendlier, had bigger eyes, and that's why they were more social and were able to survive and outlast Neanderthals. So my point here, this one. My point here is, what's my point? Let me see. As you can see, Homo sapiens were more social, could share and learn from each other, unlike Neanderthals, who individually were smarter, but collectively couldn't compete with humans, Homo sapiens, I mean. And for this reason, we stand here, we use technology, we share our thoughts and opinions, can communicate, and let's see what our thought of the day can say about it. What takes does Veronika Fedorova have on this particular topic? Welcome on stage. Here you go.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, raise your hands if you have ever been in love. Vera, no?
It didn't feel like it.
Okay. Raise your hands if you laugh right now. Okay, still some people laugh. Okay, So have you ever had a situation when it was hard for you to say I love you? Like you want to say it, but something inside doesn't give you an opportunity, doesn't give you courage to say it. You know, talking about the languages, there are different languages in this world, and there are various ways of communication. We can talk face to face, we can send messages, we can post stories, use emojis, and so on. But still, some people don't have enough courage to say or to text, I love you. You know, because we have the Russian language and we can also have the love language. Have you ever heard of the 5 love languages? There was a popular book and okay, so let's just briefly discuss this love languages. So the first one, it is words of affirmation. Yes, when the person says I love you, when the person gives some compliments, but not all people are ready to kind of throw the words to others. So that is why there are other languages. For example, gifting. Some people adore when they have a lot of gifts. For them, it is a sign of love. What is more? We have also the physical touch, of course, the physical touch, yes? So I think that I will not comment here because it's obvious. Of course, the quality time, I think it's my language of love because when I have the partner, I want time from this person, of course. And also acts of service when the person, your partner says that I'm ready to help you, I'm here to do what you want. And this is the respect from this person. So in this case, we have so many languages of love. And my message here is the following one. If you love, please show it. So sometimes it's not necessary just to say I love you because we have more languages. Try to use them all with your partner and with the people you love.
Thank you. Thank you. Love is one of the most important. It's not working. Okay. Love is one of the most important ways to communicate, definitely, for sure. But now I need 4 volunteers for a quick game. Any? Okay, we have one. One more. Yeah, yeah, on stage. Here. 2 more volunteers. Okay. Come here. Right? Yes. Right. Okay. So what do you have to do? I'm going to show you something written here. You need to show with your body language, without any words, just with sounds, what's written here. The person behind you has to guess what you are showing and show it to the person behind her, like the game of telephone, but with the with body language, right? Okay. So I will ask you to turn around, not to look at, yeah, like this, like this. Yeah, right. Okay, that's the message. Okay, right. Tap the person behind on the shoulder and show it. Okay, get it? Okay, tap the next person on the shoulder, show it.
It was some.
Okay. Well, try to show the next person what you could understand from it. So what do you think is written here?
Once again. Working in the field.
Oh, almost. It's let's hunt the mammoth together.
That was a mama.
Let's hunt the mammoth together. Right, a little bit got lost during the way. So thank you guys. Take your seats. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Now, if you don't want to look and sound like cavemen, let's listen to our counter. Please welcome Polina Volkhonsova. Thank you. Here you go.
Good evening, Toastbusters members and guests. Today, as an A-counter, I will listen carefully for speakers and note some words and sounds that may distract from the clear understanding of speeches. Often, such expressions appear when we hesitate, we're trying to buy time to remember something and come to some ideas. But that's okay. I will be listening for hesitation sounds, for example, and some others, as well as several words like so, like, well, but, and so on. And also I will track repeated phrases. For instance, I think, it means, that means, and maybe some other. But the purpose of this role is not to humiliate or to criticize, but to raise awareness, because knowing our habits, we can improve our speech and make it more clear, professional, and understanding. And in the end of the meeting, I will give you a brief report of my observations on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you. To refine our greatest communication, greatest survival tool, communication, let's invite our grammarian, Anna Chesnokova.
Me too. Attach it to my collar. Will I? Yeah. Hello, fellow Toastmasters. Why does grammar matter? In the world of emojis and text-speak technologies, who cares about minor grammar mistakes? Those who want to be understood. The answer is quite obvious. Grammar is the bedrock of any language. If you speak without grammar mistakes, people trust you. It signals education, professionalism, and attention to detail. Poor grammar whispers, I didn't bother to get it right. But if you don't care how you put it, why should your partner bother about understanding what you are saying? Grammar can be compared to traffic lights because it flows our ideas, it prevents collisions, and it ensures your listener arrives at your intended destination. If your grammar is poor, then your message becomes a guessing game for the listener. Our today's topic is communication and how it helped us as humans, as species, to survive over thousands of years. And it brings me to the word of the day, which is networking. And networking is an act of exchanging information. Our ancestors didn't have business cards or mobile phones. However, they did network successfully. They shared information about water sources, traded tools, and they formed alliances with neighboring tribes. And those tribes that networked, they thrived, while those that didn't vanish. So networking has been an essential tool for our survival. That's why, guys, I challenge you to using this word in your speeches at least once today. At the end of the meeting, I'm going to give a brief report on your strong grammar and vocabulary and on some imperfections, if any, as well as ways to improve. Thank you very much.
Right. Alina, the next slide, please. Right. In his book, Bregman compares the whole history of life on Earth with a calendar. And he says that if we imagine that now it's midnight, the 31st of December, up until October, only bacteria had the whole place to themselves. Humans appeared only on the 31st of December at 11 p.m. And everything we call human history happened in the final 60 seconds before midnight. Let our timer remind us that our life is a mere grain of sand on the scale of the universe. Bulat?
Yeah. Today I'm Bulat. Okay, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I took the role of the timer and I will time all the speeches today, both prepared and improvised, as well as the evaluations. Today we have one icebreaker speech. It should be between 4 and 6 minutes. Other prepared speeches should be between 5 and 7 minutes. Their table topic speeches should be between 1 and 2 minutes, and individual evaluations between 2 and 3 minutes. I will show you the green card when you reach the minimum time limit. I will show you the yellow light when there are 30 seconds or 1 minute from your allotted time. And I will show you the red light when it's time to finish your speech or when you exceeded your time limit. And at the end of the meeting, I will provide my report with you. Thank you.
Thank you. To test how well we listened, we'll have a quiz later. And please welcome our quiz master, Natalia Zaitseva.
Too many pieces. Hello, everyone. So today I'm your quiz master. And during the whole meeting, I will listen to you, to our speakers, very, very carefully and try to collect quite interesting and tricky questions. So, and I want you to give me correct answers. So before we start, I have a quick observation. I've noticed that this part is probably everyone's favorite part of the meeting. And I understand why. So it's fascinating how simple quiz can bring out our competitive side. And suddenly we are all focused, alert, and ready to fight for victory, even though the grand prize in this game just a piece of candy. One more interesting thing is it perfectly works even on adults, because during our days we are making different decisions, we're leading projects and solving different problems, and after that we become surprisingly determined for the prize, for chocolate. So let's see who will earn today's prize and glory. And chocolate.
Thank you. Now, let's move to the prepared speeches section, where speakers deliver projects from our educational program. The first person to come on stage is going to be Arina Zdvizhnikova with her project Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language, Level 1 Engaging Humor. The title of the speech is First Volunteering. Welcome.
So this speech is not philosophical in any way. So it doesn't have any philosophical idea, just a story within which I may practice body language and vocal variety. So let's get started. I first volunteered in last autumn, and I went to the airport. I was supposed to meet foreigners to inform them about an event, to organize a transfer to the hotels, for instance, to answer their questions, and so on. The name of the event was the World Public Assembly. You may remember it because it will appear afterwards for sometimes. I had a sign that actually said the name of the event, so guests could just walk up to me and find out anything they wanted to know. It turned out to be more difficult than it was supposed to get. So there was a group of Indians. And after this phrase, like a bunch of ideas probably pop into your head, right? I need to get used to the way they spoke, so to their accent. Like, what are you doing, my friend? Something like this, you know? But jokes aside, they were such lovely people. They were very patient, they were so talkative, so kind. I loved them, actually. And there was one woman. Like, imagine the most stereotypical Indian woman with all of the clothes, the jewelries. So I tried chatting with her about weather, about work, music, about everything. And then a man walks up to me and asks if it was the World Public Assembly. So I say to him, yes, it is, and I greet him, welcome him, answer his questions. So when I'm done, I turn back to the woman, to the Indian woman, and continue chatting with her. A man notices this woman and flinches. He seems to have recognized her somehow. And then he asks me to translate to her from Russian to English that he saw her in Khanty-Mansiysk a year before. I repeat myself, in Khanty-Mansiysk. So I look to him, look at the woman, then I look back to him. Really? Khanty-Mansiysk? Well, I'm a volunteer. I'm doing what I'm asked to do. And say, well, this man wants you to know that he saw you in Humankind last year. A moment passes, and I swear, she goes, huh? I understand that it's over. And not my networking skills were at fault, guys. Not them. So I turn up to this man and go like this. Возможно, гости сейчас будет очень непросто вспомнить конкретный момент, когда она вас встретила. But probably I shouldn't have done it because I guess he understood that huh meant that she didn't understand a thing. The problem was also that there weren't two guests. This one and this one. No, there were more than 10 of them. Some of them spoke Russian, some of them spoke English, and each one of them wanted me to answer their questions. So it went like this. Oh, your phone doesn't work. I'll try to figure that out. Oh, yes, hello, this is the World Public Assembly. Welcome, we're so happy to see you here. What? Oh, yes, I am the person who is going to organize a transfer. What do you say? Oh, yes, am I being paid? Well, frankly speaking, in my opinion, volunteering is a 100% legal way to make somebody work for you without paying them a single ruble. And at some point, it's closer to slavery than to employment. So I go like this. Well, I'm not being paid because I'm a volunteer. Then another person calls me and I say, what? Oh, yes, there is the World Public Assembly. I'll inform you about everything in just a couple of moments. What? So do you want to know when exactly the damn car will be here? In a couple of moments. And then somebody calls me and say, hello? So you say one guest was lost and you need me to escort him. Well, you know, if I leave now, then you'll have 10 more people lost. I hang up, and then one person walks up to me and says, may I smoke here? And I answer, at the airport. I'm afraid you may not. Да, я знаю, что такое Ханты-Мансийск, но она-то не знает. So this went on and on and on for 4 hours. And, well, the tempo was rapidly fast. I switched from English to Russian and back. I translated, I answered calls, I made calls, I got them the taxis and everything. And then I heard the most terrifying phrase. Hello, is this the World Public Assembly? So that's when the story ends. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for this wonderful sketch. I hope you didn't have PTSD after this experience, but looks like looks like you did. Right. Okay, moving on to our next inspiring speech, which is going to be presented by Anna Rubinina. It's called Emotions, Your Internal Signal Panel. Project Connect with Your Audience, Level 2, Engage in Humor. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hope that I will be able to hear you because I'm going to ask you some questions. Can we make some check?
Yes.
Can you say, okay, I don't know, should I start my presentation or I'll ask how you are feeling today? How are you feeling?
Great.
Great. So the emotions, what are you feeling?
happy, excited for your presentation.
Okay, happy, excited. Is there anyone who is nervous?
Any nervous people?
Anyone who is afraid?
Not really.
Okay, that's good.
It's a comfort zone.
I'm going. Oh, can you turn on the ability to share the screen, please?
You can turn on Zoom. No, but we're doing it because she can't hear us. So in the mic, just tell her.
Just a sec.
Okay. As for me, I'm feeling really happy because I've just returned from a swim in the sea. I think someone envies me.
Так, Аня, можешь шерить экран?
Okay. Так. Right. Так. Oops.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, you can see. Так. Slideshow. So, is it better?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cool. So today we are going to talk about emotions, what they are, why we have them, and how to use them wisely. Okay. So emotions. Some people might think that they might be some problem, they might cause problems in our life. And we can sometimes hear phrases like, don't be so emotional, control your emotions. And one of my favorite in Russian is "на обиженных воду возят." I'll try to, there is no translation. There is no a phrase in English for this, but that means that people blame not the offender if someone is hurt, but the person who is hurt. So they put a blame on the person who was offended. But there are no, so emotions are essential thing. It's not a problem, though we have negative and positive emotions, all of them are equally important for our well-being, because
Anna, what was the question again?
I think her connection is.
Ah,
She froze, but she might rebuffer.
All right. We'll wait.
Could you send her a message in the chat so that she's she froze? Her emotion is frozen.
Yeah. Yeah. She feels stuck, I think.
Is the
Okay. Yeah, she's gone now for a moment. I think she needs to reconnect. I believe she will reconnect. All right, I suggest to wait another minute.
Just remember where she left off so that she can just continue on from where she left off.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, while we wait,
Let's have a think. Who remembers what was on the last slide that Anya showed to us?
The buttons of different colors.
There was buttons with different colors. I remember that, but that was the first slide, not the second one. What did the buttons represent? What do you think? Emotions. Ah, okay. Now we're on to the second slide. Someone is getting a candy for paying attention. She said something about having a control panel. Our emotions signal something to us. Do you agree? If you feel, what did you feel? Exhausted. You felt exhausted. Why? What does that signal? Okay, therapy time. What does that signal to you?
It means that I have to get rest.
Get arrested? Like arrested? Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the Instagram trend, but there is some really nice reels about police officers on Instagram. I mean, I'm sorry, not Instagram. Vkontakte. So it could mean that you need to rest, absolutely. Online audience, what are you feeling at the moment? We haven't heard anything from you. We have a lot of guests online today. Abdelrahman, am I saying your name correctly? Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Perfect. What are your emotions currently?
I'm a bit excited and tired at the same time.
Excited and tired together. I feel like we can come up with a new emotion. Excited and tired. Excited? No. Any suggestions? Tired to be excited. We had a suggestion from the audience.
I love that. It could be excited to be tired as well.
Or excited to be tired. Absolutely. Yes, because then you can go to sleep and not feel bad about it. You can rest. We're very happy to have you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We're going to wait for Anna, or shall we move to the next speech?
She's still trying to reconnect. I just put it in the chat. So, yeah, she's struggling.
Oh, that's okay. Well, if she comes back, we'll get her to present her speech again. For now, I think we can go with our next speaker. Are we ready for another speech? Yes. I believe it is our icebreaker time. It is the first speech. Please welcome to the stage Alexei Zaitsev. And the title of his speech is suspense. 3 times. Oh, you need to remind her, yeah? 3 times I lost the room. Wait a second. Mic, please. Mic check, mic check.
Can I use some Einstein?
Einstein.
I understand. No? It's against the rules? It's sad. It's sad. But okay. Hello, dear Toastmasters and guests. Today, in this room, I have 2 persons that means something special for me. Why? Because I know them well, and they know me very, very well. Of course, one of this person is my wife, and that's why wife should do to know about her husband. But she doesn't know everything, because I don't think it's wise when wife knows everything about me. So that's why I have another person, and this person is my English second one, not the second wife. Not a second wife, but a second person who knows me very well. And that's my teacher of English. And we've known each other for, I guess, 15 years already. And why does she know a lot about me? Because you can imagine that over these 15 years, I need some materials to share. Every lesson, I need to tell something. And that's how I think it's like a village priest. I am going to confess about all my sins, about all my vice and virtue. And today I am going to share some stories, some private. And that's why I called today's presentation 3 times I lost the room. And I really hope that by the end of my presentation, it won't turn into 4 times I lost the room. So Episode one. I want to be a fishman. That happened many years ago. I just graduated from my university and started my first job. Picture that table, some manager from the client, some manager from my team, from my consulting company, and me, a junior in IT consulting. And all these guys discussing something very, very unclear for me. They use the words like fixed assets, depreciation, amortization, residual value. I studied engineering. I didn't get a word. And everything I wanted to stay unnoticed. I didn't want someone to ask me anything, just be there, or better escape. Finally, all these guys got tired to argue with each other, and the IT director turns to me and asks, Alexei, why always keep silence? Say something, contribute to us. You see, we can't come to the conclusion. Say something. Guys, I want to disappear, really. That was my only wish. During the break, I ran out and started smoking one cigarette by another. And my manager, my boss, came to me and asked why I'm so pale. I said, it's a shame. It's terrible. I want to buy tickets and go away. All this consulting is something I am not belong to. And he was surprised and asked, okay, what do you want to do then? I said, I don't know. Maybe I want to be a fishman. Fish keep silence. So do I. So the second story, I called it, I wish I never lose it again. Have you ever encountered the situation when you have well-prepared speech and you start well, in a confident way, and suddenly you forgot, you lost your thought, you lost a thread of narration. Now I know quite a lot of practice how to deal with that. I didn't know them, but I didn't know them back then. For example, now what can we do? We can joke, or we can change a topic. Finally, we taught a new approach in some last meeting. We can just say meow, and that can fill in this awkward pause. But I did, as I already said, I didn't know that, and I started my speech. I am confident, and suddenly I forgot I wanted to say, and I stopped speaking. And my client, 5, 6 persons, look at me. I look at them. They look at me. I look at them. And the more time passes, the more confident I am. And inside, I am screaming already, guys, please, someone say something. Please, someone say something. Save me. I don't know what to say. You know, no one said nothing. And that was another case I really wanted to disappear. Third case. The third case has a name. Where is it? Pink Rabbit. Pink Rabbits. So several years later, my company led some event, organized some event, and then asked me to tell about their product. And I had to have my presentation, my performance, and tell about their products in front of, I guess, 100 people. And I was very, very nervous about that. I learned my presentation almost by heart. And the day come, I am on the stage, and I am look all over these people, all these attentive eyes, and these attentive eyes look at me. Everything I wanted was just to turn back and start talking to a whiteboard, not look at all of you, you know. And ultimately, I think I did my job 3 times faster than it's supposed to be. Several years later, I found a book, and book taught me, again, some practices how to deal with it. So it explained the basic practices like this, take a deep breath, move your jaw 20 times or whatever. But the best advice, I remembered it and I always use it till now, is just the author said, okay, when you stay in front of your audience, don't look at them like they're your managers or your customers, just or even respect the Toastmasters and their guests. Imagine that these are smiling pink rabbits. That helps me, and now you, I think, know how what I see when I look at you. So highly recommended. So the conclusion. All these 3 stories are the stories of my failure. Yeah, I didn't tell you how I dealt with it. I didn't tell you the stories of success, and I have some. So I would say that public speaking is really changing for me. It's for all my life, and moreover, I'm quite sure that you have to have some natural talent to be a great public speaker. But have natural talent is only 50% of your success. Another 50%, it's our desire to do it. It's now our persistence to do this work. And I think that if we want, all of us can do this work. Of course, I think that many of us, and me too, will never be a great speaker like, I don't know, Winston Churchill. But what we can do with outstanding 50% is to become a better version of us. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful, inspiring icebreaker. Give Alexei a round of applause. A round of applause. Congratulations. Right. Shall we finish listening to our dear Anna? She's not.
She was here, but then she crashed again.
Oh, what a pity. What a pity.
I have a very short speech evaluation.
That's good, actually. Because we're running behind the time, I mean. So shall we take our break? About 5 minutes should be enough? What do you think? Yeah, let's do.
Okay, Anna, that's your second chance.
She just arrived. She's here.
Hello everyone. I'm sure you are feeling annoyed and disappointed, but I can't promise that I won't disappear again. I'm sorry. Let's try. Okay.
My suggestion is if you turn off that blur background, that's using up your bandwidth, because your computer is working extra hard to blur your background.
Are you
and every time you move around. So my suggestion is to turn the background blur effect.
Okay.
It might help.
I'm sure that's not the reason. It's okay. Let's not waste our time. Where is my presentation again? So our emotions are signals. We can liken them with the warning lights on a car dashboard. So they show.
No. Technology can never rely on it.
Yeah, the only other alternative is that she has her camera turned off. She does her share screen. Maybe that won't be much bandwidth, and focus on her audio. But I don't know if she can hear us.
We might have to schedule this one.
Yeah. No, she disappeared.
I don't think it's going to help.
What a nice view, right?
She could try again in 2 weeks from a better network. Oh, there she is again. Anna's here for now.
Так. Okay. Oh, all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
But I can't show my beautiful presentation. What can I do? Okay. I will act the emotions.
Great.
So we'll learn how to identify some emotions. So there are basic emotions, and there are 6 of them. Let me show you the first one. And your task is to guess what it is.
Anger.
Anger, right. So what is anger? Why do we need it? It shows that some of our boundaries have been violated, and that we need to we need to protect what is important for us. That's it. The next emotion is
Fear.
fear, right. So that's the basic survival emotion. We either run or fight. So it signals about danger, about risk, and some uncertainty. The next one is
Sadness.
sadness, right. So sadness signals that we grieve about some loss, that we lose something valuable. And it also motivates us to seek connections with other people. So when we are sad, we try to find some comfort in other people. And what is important, it is also very useful for learning. We feel sad when we make mistakes, and next time we try to do better. So sadness is a very essential thing for learning motivation. The next one is
Disgust.
right. That is a very important thing. So first of all, it signals that we won't try some poisonous food, but it also it's not only about food. So you know that some relationships can be toxic. So it tries to keep us away from things that are not beneficial for us. So there were 4. Can you name them? What did I mention?
Anger, fear, sadness, and disgust.
Right. So these are negative emotions. But there is just one positive. That's
Joy.
Happiness, the basic one. We are talking about the basic one. Happiness, of course. So happiness encourages us to repeat some things that are beneficial for us. So it encourages us to do these things again and again. And one more that is neither positive nor negative is
surprise.
Right, surprise. We need surprise to we expect some things. We don't know if they're positive or negative, but it encourages us to evaluate this thing and find out if it's valuable for us or not. So these are basic things. But of course, a person, a human being, is a very complex creature. So there are complex emotions that combines basic emotions. And there are even more complex states that also include our thoughts and memories and they might even be socially determined. So let's try to find out what. Okay, I'll give you an example. For example, the feeling of being offended consists of anger and sadness. Anger plus sadness. What do you think about guilt? What emotions might it consist of? The feeling of guilt.
Fear.
Right.
Some sadness.
Yes, again, sadness, fear and sadness. So we fear that I don't think I don't have time to explain, but I think you understand.
Yeah, we fear rejection in a way.
Yes, rejection by society and sadness that we might lose the connection with that person. Oh, I can see my presentation. Okay, anxiety, the favorite, the very common feeling, anxiety. What do you think?
Anxiety, fear.
Uh-huh.
Insecurity. From basic. Yeah. Fear
Yeah.
and sadness?
No, surprise, because we don't know the outcome. So we fear, we don't know the outcome, and we fear the outcome. So it's surprise and anxiety. And there is one, what do you think is the emotion that combines sadness and happiness?
On what?
Huh?
Joy?
Joy. No, joy is pure happiness. Sadness and happiness at the same time. What it might be. There are several, actually.
When someone is confused.
Pardon?
When someone is confused.
Wait, can't hear? Louder?
If someone is confused.
Confused. No, I think confusion. Sadness, it might be nostalgia.
Yeah.
And there is also one emotion that is called bittersweet feeling. You feel. So, what can we do with this knowledge? So, as emotions are signals that our goal is not to suppress them, but to listen to them. So, for example, you feel bad, and instead of just saying, I feel bad, try to ask yourself questions. What do you actually feel? What emotion? Are you angry or are you anxious? So try to name it. Try to notice, recognize, and name the emotion. And the mere fact of naming the emotion reduces its intensity. For example, when you feel angry, just say to yourself, I'm angry at this moment, and you will feel less angry in a minute. The next steps, you should understand the message it brings you, or what it says. Probably, okay. the next thing is to avoid immediate reaction. So you need to make a pause between the realization of your emotion and your reaction. It will allow you to make a better choice how to react. And then the next step is to take the appropriate action. I think we need some example. What do you prefer? Shall we talk about a person who is anxious about giving a speech, or a person who is experiencing a heartbreak?
What do you prefer?
The audience, what do you prefer? What would be more valuable to you? I see the red light.
Yeah. I said the first one.
The first one. Okay. So probably the person is nervous. Yes, that means that they feel fear, right? Mostly fear and some surprise because they expect some applaud a round of applause in the end. All right. So you tell to yourself that you feel fear, and what does it say? That you are afraid to be rejected by the audience, and trying to analyze it logically, you might think that this audience probably wouldn't kill you and wouldn't expel you from the if we are talking about Toastmasters club, and that will a little bit reduce your fear. And if you take this pause, you might think, so your first reaction might be to run away, to leave the club, to get out of the room. But if you stay with this, you might consider taking the table topic speech, right? Mm-hmm. And get some experience, and even probably a ribbon. And just in a couple of minutes after the break, you'll go and take the table topics question. So to finish, I encourage you to try to use your emotions wisely, to try to understand them, learn what they mean, probably learn what the complex emotion consists of, and learn how to deal with them, to stay happy and positive. Thank you. I'm very sorry. Don't be mad at me.
Well, thank you, Anna. Your whole speech was a huge emotional roller coaster for us and for yourself as well, I guess. Shall we take a break, like 5 minutes? We need it. We definitely need it.
No, guys, 5 minutes break. See you soon.
Into the second half of our meeting, which is going to begin with the table topic contest, and Shadi Tofaili is going to host it online. Right? Welcome. The stage is yours, Shadi.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. So yeah, let's start. Today's topic is about communication. I think that communication is, as you know, it's very important to share the ideas that we have. And luckily today, we all have the opportunity to do it today in this section. So first, let me share my screen. Okay, I need permission. Could you just please provide permission to share? That's great. Okay, thank you. Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Great. Okay, thank you. So for those who came to this meeting for the first time, we have a specific table topic section. It happens in every meeting where we have a specific set of questions, and the focus of table topic section is to improve our impromptu speaking skills, which is a chance for members and guests to think on their feet, to take fast decisions, to have a short period of time to think, and then to deliver a speech. So overall, remember to listen carefully for the question. If you find it kind of hard to specifically answer the question, you can answer something similar to it. First of all, take a second, short pause to think about your question, then start to deliver your speech. And the most important thing is just try to relax and have fun, because the purpose of this section is to improve your speaking skills in a safe environment. So just relax and share your creative ideas. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Don't forget to use the word of the day, which is?
Which is?
Networking.
Networking, yes. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, let's also use the word of the day, and let's start with a member who wants to participate. Probably we can start from the offline stage. People who are in the room. I see
Alina?
a hand. Alina, please. Okay, Alina. So, first question. Your first signal. Tell us about a time when you understood someone without words. What happened and what did you learn? The stage is yours.
I believe we all, at least most of you, was in the situation when you speak with a foreigner in a different language and you understand almost everything. Like, you get the idea, but you will not be able to translate literally the whole sentence or the whole message. And then you have to use all your skills in networking to try to guess what was the original meaning of the phrase, or try to deliver your answer to the question with the only little amount of vocabulary you have. And then you have to use your body language. Then you have to stretch your mind and create a very unusual structure of sentences and try to explain. Just I tried to show the elephant the half an hour ago. Who, mammoth, wherever, who guessed that there was the mammoth? Yeah, two of, I believe, 15, 20 people. Not bad at all, I think. So yeah, what we learn from this, that you can think differently, you can act differently, and the most important thing, and you can change your priorities, because the main priority in this case is to deliver your message, then not to look funny or feel embarrassed or ashamed that you don't know anything, like something, right? So in that situation,
it happened that you became braver, and then you definitely learned something about yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alina. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Who's going to be the next one?
Yeah. I just want to here to add a comment that also had an interesting case when I was in restaurant. I just said, give me a tarelka, and they give me a plate. I said it in Russian. Nevertheless, they understood what I was planning to share because I showed them with my hand that I need like a plate, so it was obvious. So yeah, very interesting. Thank you very much, Alina. So yeah, now we can continue for another speaker.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself.
Okay, please introduce. Yeah, my name is Olga.
Olga,
And
okay.
yeah, my first time here.
Nice to meet you, Olga. Okay,
Thanks. Meet you too.
so your question is the following. Words that helped you. Share a phrase, advice, or sentence someone once told you that helped you in a difficult moment.
Okay, so probably everyone has been nervous about going on a stage and have this microphone and start like talking about something or answer the question, whatever. And of course, I had this in my life many times. And I think I remember the first time when I was very nervous, it was my presentation at school. And you know how teacher always tell us to make a presentation and you have to speak in front of like 30 students and half of them might hate you and make fun of you. But I remember before that day, I couldn't go to sleep and my mother came to my room and she asked me what happened, why I'm not sleeping. And I told her, Mom, I'm very nervous. Tomorrow is this day where I have to present the topic I actually didn't even like. It was biology, something like that. And she told me this advice. Look, Olga, it's just 5 minutes of embarrassment and it's over. Maybe in Russian, you also heard it from your parents or someone else. And this phrase still helps me. And right now, it's not even 5 minutes, it's 2 minutes. So I hope this advice will help you too. Thanks. Yeah, anyone else, please?
Thank you very much, Olga.
Just, yeah, you're welcome. It's just 2 minutes of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Now it's 3 minutes of embarrassment. Please come.
I think there was...
okay, someone.
From our perspective, we didn't notice any embarrassment. It was a great speech, and it was great courage from you to go to the stage as a newcomer. So thank you very much. And now, okay, we can select from the online audience if someone would like to take part. Guys, what do you think?
Don't be shy. It's just 2 minutes of embarrassment.
Okay, we have
we
have Abdurrahman. Okay, so let's go. So gestures, you remember. A gesture you remember. Describe gesture, look, or facial expression that you still remember. Why was it meaningful?
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, and myself, the amazing guest, good evening to you all. Once I was at home and I was watching a movie. In that movie, there was a very famous bald actor. His name was The Rock. The Rock always had a very special gesture. He used to raise one eyebrow and leave the other one down. And since that moment, exactly like our tabletop master. And since that moment, it became my life purpose to understand the amazing dynamic, the beautiful muscles that his face had. Every day I woke up, I looked at the mirror, I started practicing. I left my eyebrows, I couldn't do it. Before I go to sleep, I go to the mirror, I practice it. I down my eyebrows, I couldn't do it. Until one day, a very dear friend of mine came to me and he said, Abdurrahman, sometimes for you to do something right, you need to put your heart and faith in it. When I managed to take my time and to actually put my time into mastering that eyebrow move, can you guess what happened next? I managed to master that move. So ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you just need to put your heart and faith into something for you to master it. Back to you, tabletop master.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman, for sharing your story. It's a very unique experience that you shared. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's go back to the offline stage. Dear Toastmasters, who wants to take part?
Guys, don't be shy. Okay, Veronica.
Veronica, please help me welcome to the stage, Veronica. Okay, so Veronica, your question is the following. A family conversation you remember. Tell us about a memorable conversation in your family that stayed with you. Why do you still remember it?
Okay. You know, I remember the last conversation with my granddad before he passed away. Honestly, I was the last person who spoke with him face to face. And I was the first person who learned that he passed away. And you know what? I remember this conversation as it were yesterday because it was a time when we decided to buy the new house, to buy the new dacha. And honestly, he told me about his plans, about his ambitions to go to and build this house, to come to this house, to live there, to get a dog and live in dacha with a dog, because actually he felt loneliness because he was divorced and his grandchildren and his grandchildren were also grown up. And I remember that conversation because he was full of ambitions, and I couldn't even feel that it will never come true, it will never come to life. Of course, we bought dacha, we live in this house, we still try to renovate it, but unfortunately we don't do it with my granddad. And what I remember the most was the following one. We decided to meet each other in 2 days after the conversation. And after I left his apartment, I thought, oh, maybe I should buy something sweet to him next time to see him. And I thought like, oh my God, but I didn't ask him what he liked. Maybe he liked vatrushka or like pirozhok. And you know what? When after 2 days, when I came to the shop, I thought like, maybe next time I will ask him. And I just bought something that I wanted to buy. And then when I came with these buns to his house, to his apartment, unfortunately, I realized that he passed away. And why I'm telling that? I'm telling the full fact. If you have relatives, if you have friends, and please try to tell them that you love them. try to speak them more, and try not to pay attention to the problems that you have, to the deals that you have. Just stay with them more.
And the last but not the least.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Veronica. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and the experience that you had. I think time passes very fast, and it's always important to remember about our family members that take care of us. Thank you very much. Okay, now
Daddy, just one more. We have time for one more.
We have one more. Oh my God. I wanted more, guys. Okay, let's select the last one. Who wants
the
to
last
take
speaker.
part? Okay.
Alina
Samira.
is
I hear
voting for
Samira.
Samira to go up.
Okay,
She's saying
Samira.
niet, niet, niet.
They selected you. And I'm selecting you now.
Your last words as Madam President.
Yes, Samira. Still be a member. We want you, Samira. We want you on stage. No, not force people. Because when we force it, people. I don't know. Feel embarrassment and guilt.
Okay, who wants to go? Who voluntarily wants to go as the last speaker? 3, 2, Arina. Please welcome to the stage. Arina, take the mic.
Okay, welcome, Arina. Welcome to the game. Oh, I see myself on the screen. That's great. So let's continue. Trust without words. Tell us about the time when someone showed you trust without saying it directly. How did you know?
So I used to do it, and I still do it. So when my friends, group mates, classmates ask me for help with their studies, I usually agree. And they always showed me so much trust. And they trust me so much to a concerning degree. Because I doubt myself. I'm not sure in myself. They believe in me more than my parents do this. I don't know why. I don't know how. What did I do exactly so that they somehow trust my knowledge? I am not that brilliant, neither at school nor at the university. So of course I'm pleased. But I'm not that communicative, or I'm not that good at networking. So obviously I'm very happy that my relationships with my friends turned out to be that good. But maybe I should recommend them to use critical thinking skills in terms of my work more often. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great that friends actually trust you.
I am your hand today. I represent your hand. I gave it the hand.
Okay, you're the extension of my hand in offline stage. Okay, that's great. So it's great that you have friends that trust you. It means that they are good friends. So with that, we are ending our table topics section because we are kind of out of time. Nevertheless, thank you everyone for taking part, and let's go continue our meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Announce the voting, please, Shadi.
Yeah, sure. Let's vote, please, for our best table topic speaker. Do we have the link? Can we share it?
Yes, we have the link
the
in the
online
chat.
audience?
Yes. Aline, in the online is if you are in the Toastbusters Telegram chat, there is a link in there for the online audience. Abdel Rahman, are you in our chat? No, you're not. Samira will send you the link for voting for best table topic speaker.
Have you guys all voted? Have you voted? Can we continue? The more the better. Okay, thank you, Shadi, for this engaging table topic session. And now it's time for the evaluation segment, where we are going to receive some constructive feedback on our meeting. Please welcome our general evaluator, who will lead this session and provide an overall assessment of our meeting. Let's welcome Valeria Pogorelova.
Thank you, wrong language. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how do we get better at public speaking? Any ideas?
Practice.
I was expecting that answer. Maybe I'm a mind reader. Was there a question about reading minds? It's practice, yes, but is there another way? What if you're doing something wrong, and if you practice, you continue to repeat the wrong thing again and again and again and again? Do you get better like that? No. That's why we have this session of the meeting. It's the evaluations. You get feedback from more experienced members. You get to hear how your speech was received by other people. Because we are very, very short on time, which is surprisingly is becoming the motto of our club, I'm going to go straight to personal evaluators. We had 3 speeches today, and we will have 3 evaluations. And that's quick maths for you. The first speech was Arina, and the personal evaluator we have online. Actually, all of our evaluators are online today. The first evaluator of Arina's speech, please welcome to the stage, Lyubov Gershman.
Good evening, everyone. I hope it's my connection will be well. Yeah.
We can hear you perfectly. Alish, but kind of.
Great. And I thank Karina for sharing your speech, just volunteering. When I heard the title, I thought that a great topic. When I looked around in the room, I realized that we are actually all volunteers here. So, in a way, your speech was about every single one of us. What I enjoyed most was that you told a personal story. Personal stories are powerful because they allow us to step into your shoes and experience the journey with you. I really liked how you used the fun conversation. It was a prepared and bright variety, and also the humor itself regarding the city of Khanty-Mansiysk. Yes, you know where it is. The dialogues is different languages was really bright. Now I would like to focus on 2 areas that I know you have been working hard on: vocal variety and body language. First, your vocal variety. Having heard some of your previously speeches, I noticed a significant improvements. Your voice was stronger, more confident, and much less monotone than before. You varied your pace and added emphasis to important moments, which made the story more engaging. And things you can continue developing is using even more contrast. For example, when describing a surprising or emotional moment, you can slow down, pause, or change your volume. Something silence can be as powerful as words. Second, your body language. Your movement and gesture felt natural and supported your message. I especially appreciate that you look comfortable on stage. And the next step, consider making a UK gesture even bigger. Think of them as visual punctuation marks. When an important moment happens in the story, that your body helps tell the part of the story too. To summarize, strong personal story, noticeable improvement in vocal variety, confident stage presence, natural body language. Your next grow opportunity, add a small vocal contrast to poses, pitch, and volume. Make it gesture more memorable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Luba. As you can see, very exemplary feedback. You will recognize the structure. She pointed out what was good, but she also gave Arina the opportunity to grow, to improve, and told her exactly how she can do that. Thank you very much, Lubov. Our next speech, if you remember, we had some technical difficulties. That's one of the things you learn in public speaking. You have to roll with the punches. You have to adapt to what is happening in the room. If people are laughing, people are shouting out answers, if the technology is not your friend, you have to find a way to navigate that. And that's why we're going to evaluate the speech of Anna last. Surprise! Sorry, James, you have to wait. So that's a little trick for you. So the next evaluator will actually be for our icebreaker. We had icebreaker from Alexei Zaitsev, which means it's the first speech ever by a member of the club. And the evaluator, also online, will be our guest, Abdelrahman Nasser. Please welcome to the stage. And let's move the camera so he can see Alexei. Alexei, wave to the camera far in the audience. Yes, he's standing for you. Perfect. Your stage is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, most amazing Toastmasters, good evening to you all. A wise man once told me, you can't face a problem if the problem is your face. And Toastmaster Alexei, you've done an amazing job at your icebreaker. What you feel the most is often what you need to challenge the most. This was the amazing message that I got out of Toastmaster Alexei's speech. Toastmaster Alexei's speech started his speech with an amazing sense of humor. And I really hope that your wife knows you better than your English teacher. Moreover, Toastmaster Alexei, even though it's his icebreaker, and usually we call it an icebreaker because you need to break the ice and you need to start moving, he was already in the heat of the speech. He was moving left and right, up and down. He almost flew at my eyes. But then I really applaud you for moving, even though it's your first speech. Now, that still needs to be studied. When should you move in the stage? But that's a discussion for another time. And as we always say, there is always an improvement in the room. First of all, I would say, Toastmaster Alexei, you did not need to use the paper. You did amazing without the paper. And I really wish for all of your future speeches to see both of your hands showing and moving and telling us your emotions. Moreover,
He's ripping up the paper. He's ripping it up.
Exactly. Moreover, exactly as you're doing to me, whenever you're doing a speech, make sure you look at the audience that you're speaking to, look them at the eyes, make sure you transfer your emotions that you're feeling towards their emotions. And you can only do that with an amazing eye connection. Now, to sum it up, you've done an amazing job, Toastmaster. Actually, keep going with your humor, keep going with the stage movement. Don't have paper, rip them off always, and look at your audience. And I'm sure for all of your future speeches, you'll even be a better speaker and a better leader. Back to you, Master. General evaluation.
Incredible. Another lovely, lovely feedback from our Toastmaster, Abderrahman. And I would like to point out that if you noticed, Alexei and Abderrahman were able to create a moment of connection, even being in completely different countries, different rooms, not in the same physical space. And this is also an element you can learn through public speaking to create connection with anybody, no matter where they are, who they are. Just that little moment of, you don't need the paper. And he reacted, ripped up the paper. Here for us, we all had that moment of joy, laughter. And again, we saw another great example of feedback. First speech is scary. That's why we saw the notes on the stage. Even we clearly know Alexei did not need the notes, but it makes you feel safe. It makes you feel like, okay, I can always just peek, I can look, and that's okay. And that's why the feedback was really good. It wasn't, he didn't make Alexei feel like it was a bad thing, but he encouraged him to try without the notes next time. So another element of a good evaluator is someone who encourages you to go back on stage after your first speech. Thank you very much. It was lovely to hear your feedback. And now, I'm sorry, James, for making you wait. Today, this is what you've been doing, waiting with the technical difficulties. But I'm so happy to finally welcome you to the stage and listen to your evaluation of Anna's speech. Please welcome James Falcon. The stage
Thank you, Madame. Thank you, Madame General Evaluator, fellow members, and welcome guests. I'm coming to you from Western Canada, from Vancouver, District 21. I'm the co-chair for the tech team in District 21, and it's the home district for the World Convention coming in August. And I might see some of you there. You never know. I'm so honored to be able to evaluate Anna's speech. It really is an honor to be able to do something like this. And your speech title, Emotions, Your Internal Signal Panel Project, Connecting with Your Audience. I think that's been one of the challenges today in networking, has actually been connecting and staying connected. Engaging humor, level 2 of object is to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. Well, when you have guests in a room, that is your unfamiliar audience, because if you're very familiar with your own membership, it's a different story. I loved your great rhetorical opening. Now, I'm saying at the very beginning when you actually began your speech, and then, of course, there was all the disruptions. I love the great rhetorical opening questions that you put to the audience. And actually, it's kind of a requirement when you're trying to connect with the audience is to have that rhetorical question. A rhetorical question is one that you put out to the audience, but you're not expecting them to shout out an answer. One of the suggestions I was going to make is eye contact with the camera. So always when we're online, we have to be mindful that when I'm looking at different people in the gallery view and all that, making eye contact with the green light for the camera, you are making intimate, direct contact. I liked the opening speaker view. That's one thing often we don't talk about when you're doing shared screen presentations and that. It's actually better to start without it already on. Because I find that it's almost like when you're standing behind a lectern, it's like you're shielding part of your body. If you're off to the side, so when you started your presentation, you were full screen. And then, of course, later on, we got into the shared screen part of it, which is great. And my suggestion would have been, had you got to the conclusion of that, is that then you turn off the share screen and you talk to the audience in full. What else? Don't apologize. That's one of the big rules of Toastmasters. I know in Canada we like to apologize, but that's one rule that we obey in Toastmasters is don't apologize, because you just don't do it. In Texas, they say there's no mistakes, just stakes. So you don't have to worry about if you make errors. We are here to support you. I love the way that you were able to adapt without the actual PowerPoint or presentation. My suggestion is to, if you do have access to it and you can see it but not share it, use it as your reference, or be prepared and have a list of bullet points based on your PowerPoint. Actually, one of the rules I've heard over the past many years is that you should be able to deliver your speech without the presentation. If you can do the presentation, it's a bonus, because then you're being judged on how you're able to interact with the PowerPoint. For example, in the room, you would not be looking back. You'd never turn your back to the audience to look at your own presentation. You do it seamlessly. So I love the fact that you were able to adapt and work without the actual screen share. The only other way it could have been done if someone is actually changing it for you from the room, so you're not using your bandwidth. And the other suggestion is, again, that blurry background. I've seen it cause a lot of trouble for some speakers in the past. And when we used to do online contests, the requirement by the judges was no blurry backgrounds. And also you would have saved some bandwidth. What else can I say? You covered all the emotions, and I know I'm going to go over time with this. And the one amazing emotion, I guess you'd call it emotion, I think it's kind of divine. I think it harkens to the divine, and that is the very nature of humor and things that are funny. And I love the fact that you actually, that was the one blind spot that you just let go and you dealt with all the other stuff. And then, of course, when you talk about anxiety, there's also these composite words we use that describe other emotions that are like composite of emotions that actually describe other composite emotions. So anxiety, for me, it's apprehension. And again, it's that fear of the unknown, of course. Such an honor to evaluate you. Your delivery, you really do connect with the audience. That's something that is a skill, and it comes naturally to some people, where when you talk to someone or you talk to a large group of people, it's as if you've been talking to them for years. It's as if you've been friends for more than that moment in time. I would now like to hand the floor back to Madame General Evaluator.
Thank you very much. Another lovely example of feedback. There is, of course, a traditional way to give a feedback, which is you name what you liked, and then you give challenges or points of improvement. But of course, that's not the only way to give feedback. And if you noticed, James used a completely different structure. He pointed out the good, then he pointed out one point that he liked, and then one point of improvement, then another point that he liked in another area of the speech, and then another point of improvement. That's also another way you can give feedback if you are to take the role of the evaluator in the future. That's me encouraging you to become evaluators, because that's also what can make you a better speaker, to observe speeches and give feedback. James, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for your patience today. And thank you. I'm sure Anna appreciates your feedback as well. We hope to see you maybe sometime in person too. And if not, maybe in some other country.
It's my plan.
Perfect. We're here to welcome you. Amazing. Okay, again, we're short on time, so I'm going to give us a challenge to give all the feedback for all the last roles in the space of 7 minutes. Do you think we can do this? Yeah. Oh, one person is like, yes. Come on, we can do this. Next person who will give their report will be our accountant. Polina Valhonsova, please welcome to the stage. Whoa, there you go.
I try to pay deep attention to the quality of your speeches, and I may say, and I'm very proud that almost no one used this annoying sounds like r. It means that we really evolved from this caveman, and it seems to me that the network of Toastmasters is full of persons of reason and education. but there was some word so. It was mentioned approximately 20 or more times, most by Anna Rubina and Arina. And I don't know what to say more. Alexei, you used some repeats in your speech, but in my opinion, you did it to express your feelings. So it was like a feature.
It doesn't count.
Yeah. But I pointed. I don't know why. The clearest speeches was produced by Abdelrahman, James Falcon, Valeria. Yeah, and Veronica. And Veronica. So long story short, thank you all. It was exciting, very interesting.
Thank you very much, Paulina. I always like to hear my name separated with a comma. I might have to add that. Next person, I'm trying to stick to the 7 minutes limit. The next person who will help us find out how many of us use the word networking. That's my only chance to get the opportunity to say that. Please welcome to the stage our grammarian, Anna Chesnakova. Here you go. The stage is yours.
So I'm going to do some networking because every time we give feedback, we actually network. My role as a grammarian for today was looking for some beautiful language metaphors and vivid imagery, and I'm going to present a few examples. So, intrinsically kind, hesitate or buy time for, a mere grain of sand in the scale of the universe, boundaries violated, a fear of rejection, a huge emotional roller coaster. Put your heart and soul in something. Roll with the punches. Be mindful of making contact. There is no mistakes, just stakes. And a blind spot, meaning a gap in one's awareness. Thank you for these figures of speech. Now down to some mistakes. So I'll give some particular examples. So instead of I am not belong, you should have said I don't belong to. I know quite a lot of practice how to deal with that. Instead of practice, you should use techniques or tips. Say me goes with the preposition say to me. Have innate ability is not enough. Here we start with a gerund. Having innate ability is not enough. Become a better version of us. Become a better version of ourselves. Instead of telling advice, you should have said give advice, give advice. A round of applause instead of a round of applaud. And the way we pronounce the word gesture. That's it. And now down to how many times you use networking. So I think the leader was Arina. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Lovely. I always love to hear what other people notice as beautiful vocabulary, metaphors, grammar. For me, that's one of the most interesting parts of the meeting. I'm like, oh, you like that? Okay, okay. Okay, we're sticking to our time limit, and there is no time for me as a general evaluator to give my feedback. But as we spoke today, communication is not just verbal. There's also body language, and that's why I'm just going to do this. My feedback. And please welcome to the stage our timer, Samira Dostar.
Here you go. Okay, guys. I'm not sure that I'm qualified for this role, but I will try my best. Okay, most of the speakers were within their time limits. However, Anna Chesnakova, the grammarian, went slightly beyond the time limit by 25 seconds, but I think it's okay. As to prepared speeches.
Anna has left already.
Yeah, Anna got a bit carried away and took an extra 4 minutes. So the whole speech was almost 12 minutes, but it should be no more than 7 minutes. Alexei also exceeded time limit by 2 minutes and 11 seconds. So please be careful next time. Okay, and James' evaluation was almost a prepared speech because it was about 5 minutes. So please pay attention to timer's signal. So that is all. Thank you very much.
Let's try that again. Thank you very much for that very swift report. The report's 6 minutes and 16 seconds. We did it in 7 minutes, you guys. So that means there's time for me. Okay, I'm sure you've all been waiting for this moment. The quiz. Remember at the long start 5 years ago when we started the meeting, we had the presentation of the quiz. Please welcome Quizmaster Natasha. Natalia Zaitseva, yes. Do you need help?
Yes, I need assistance.
Assistance, okay.
Yeah, my assistant, personal assistant. Yes.
Trust me.
And the online will get shout out the answers as well. And get virtual candy.
Okay. The first question. What was a radical idea from book Humankind in Katya's speech? Yes.
Nice. The answer was here. Oh. Already.
Already, yeah. When was the first volunteering of Arena?
When?
When?
Last year or so.
Right. Wow. Okay.
I was just a carrier.
They didn't tell. Yeah, okay. Who Alexei did want to be after his stressful meeting? Yes. What was the most terrifying question in Arena's story in her volunteering? Nope.
Is it this conference?
Yes, yeah. Almost. Assembling. Yeah. I suppose. Okay. Okay. How many basic emotions Anna mentioned? 6, and name them.
Sadness, happiness.
Yeah. We'll share one.
So, who was the winner? So, okay. What advice did Olga's mom give her before her presentation at school?
It's only 2 minutes. So 5 minutes.
Yeah. So, and the last one, yeah?
Last one.
The last
Choose
one.
the best.
Yeah. What was the best advice from famous public speaker, which Alexei mentioned?
Pink rabbits.
Who said pink rabbits?
That's it. Very nice. I would love to have heard the rest of the questions, but it worked out perfectly because we're running out of time anyway. And I pass the word back to the president of the club to close the meeting one last time. Samira, congratulations for a whole year of your presidency. For those of you, yes, those of you who don't know, we have a team of organizers, and Samira was the main manager for the last year, and a new team will be starting on the 1st of July. Samira, I love you. You've been great, and I just like to give myself a pat on the shoulder because I chose her to be the president. Here you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Today we have two educational milestones, and the first person is our new member who just delivered his very first project in his pathway, and it is Alexei Zaitsev. Please come to the stage. So I would like to present you the icebreaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up and icebreaker. Great, thank you. Okay, and we have a member who achieved level 2, which means that this person completed at least 8 speeches and some roles during the meeting. And this is our speaker, Anna, who left, unfortunately. So when she comes back, I will award this ribbon, level 2 achieved. Okay, then we had a table topic session, and we have 2 winners. Yeah. But both of them are from different clubs. So the first person is Veronika Fedorova from World Surfers Club. Okay. And we have a winner, Abdelrahman Nasser. Maybe, yeah. Here, hang it up. We're just taking a picture. Tell him we're taking a picture because he can't. Take it. Yeah. I'm taking it. Yeah, got it. Perfect. Okay. So we hope that one day you will come to our meeting on site, and we will give you this ribbon. Okay. So next time we meet in 2 weeks on July 1st. I hope that you will all come again and support our meeting. Thank you very much. Let's take a group photo, and I also invite all of you to the after party.
Where's the mic? Guys, I will ask you to stay for the group picture, if you don't mind. You're on a big screen. Валерия, да? Пошла. Ребят, нам надо кучкануться. Мы вообще хоть ляжем. Давай. Конечно. Я сяду. Но надо, чтобы все поместились. И телевизор тоже. Давай что-нибудь еще сядем.
Нет, что Pink Rabbit?
Pink Rabbit! Да.
Прекрасно.
Спасибо. Thank you guys very much. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you soon. Enjoy the after party.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.